So I'm gonna start this video off first off with apologizing because my voice is a bit shot to shit. Somehow I got a flu and now my voice is pretty messed up. But since this is due Monday, I gotta get it over with. Just whoever's watching, I apologize for my voice. So my topic is gonna be is Rainbow Six Siege is it ethical for Ubisoft to treat Rainbow Six Siege security high for microtransaction, but not so high for the game and its competitive gameplay like they try to market. So, can I go to the next slide? There we go. So I'm going to start up with who is Ubisoft? Apparently, Ubisoft is a French video game publisher company headquarters in Reims, France, and they're the team who developed and published the game Rainbow Six Siege, as well as many others. The game was actually developed by their Montreal team, which, to be honest, because their Montreal team was the one who developed the game, I thought they were actually a Canadian video game company, not French. So that was a bit of a plot twist for me while doing this research. But they're not really well loved by the gaming community because people see them as a bit unethical and more like a money grubbing company than anything else. So, which has been their past repertoire. Yeah. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about what is the game itself. Siege is actually a very tactical game, which relies heavily on destroying the surroundings to get into the objective, or yeah, objective or like hostage. I guess that's the objective. And it came out a little over 3 years ago. Um, and it's actually gained massive popularity within the past few recent years. And that's why their hackers have actually entered the game now. Normally, when it comes to gaming, hackers don't really get involved into a game until it gets pretty popular, just because those guys want to ruin the game or be total fucking dicks. Overall, is the best way to really put it. But yeah, this game is very simple, but yet at the same time not. It's the best way to put it, I guess. Um, I'm pretty sure all of us in the class do know what a microtransaction is. Because I'm pretty sure most of us in the class are gamers or played games on our phone that have microtransaction in them. But for those of us who don't know what it is or haven't had an experience with microtransaction, basically the best way to put it, besides the definition on the screen, I would put it as it's the ability to convert your in real life currency into in game currency to either give you a slight advantage in the game or a massive one, as some people like to call some games pay to win. When it comes to being pay to win, that really messes up the gaming community of that game and actually ruins it itself, in my opinion. Um, Anti cheat. Anti cheat basically is a software bug that is implemented into games to try and prevent anyone with hacked files or with not fully integral files of the game to be able to play. So essentially, the best way I would put it would be this anti-cheat is supposed to be like a firewall that doesn't allow any hackers into the game or anyone that has changed the files of the game to play and ruin the competitive aspect to the game if they have it, or just to ruin the game in general. If it's just a game to have fun, like a hacker can just spawn a bunch of money and ruin your life in the game pretty much. So the anti-cheat is supposed to protect that, which actually has given rise to Siege over CSGO. CSGO was the main competitive shooter for many years, but since their anti-cheat isn't that great and they have a lot of hackers, a lot of people stopped playing the game, so a lot of people stopped keeping up with the competitive matches and switched over kind of to Rainbow Six Siege. Now, Ubisoft actually provides amazing security for their microtransaction because there's never been one single case of them being hacked and any customer of their game losing their identity or losing credit card information and losing money because of it. Now, in all honesty, that is a great thing, but when a company just solely focuses on covering their ass, as I would like to say, it's not really too good because it makes them seem like they don't care about the player base, but they care more about the money of the players they're going to put into the game, which in the long run can really heavily affect their name, which I know it's not something Ubisoft seems to have cared about in the past, but lately, the way they're modeling themselves does seem like it. Anyone that has played Ubisoft games in the past probably feel the same exact way. Um, but all they really would have to do is convert some of that microtransaction money instead of just pure profit, converting it into actually helping the security system. So why doesn't Ubisoft really use it that way? I'm not 100% sure, but there's gonna be a little bit of a plot twist at the end. I'm just gonna spoil that now about that actually. And it does make sense for a company to convert this money that's pure profit into enhancing their game security so that they can prolong the life of their game and even in the end make more profit off of that game, which I feel like is Ubisoft's goal with the game Rainbow Six Siege. But I'm not 100% sure. But the Montreal development team really, with their last year panel, seems to really truly care for the game and wants to move the game forward, which is something I'll show at least the idea they have for the game and how it seems like they're on the right track. But mostly, in conclusion, the way I personally feel as a gamer, as I would say, fuck, as a gamer, I would say is if a company is just trying, oh my god, is just trying to take your money and run with microtransaction, it's definitely unethical. Because, I mean, we have a bunch of scams in real life regardless, but that's basically a scam in my opinion. If you're just taking microtransaction money and not really trying to help the gamers out to make sure the game stays fun and, I guess, entertaining is another word, really would mess up your image. And in the end, they'll lose money because people won't put money into it anymore and the game will die. But some game developers truly don't care about that, is the best way I can put it. But I feel like so far these guys do care about their game. So honestly, I would find it ethical for Ubisoft, the entire company, not just the Montreal team, to take their security that they have currently for their microtransactions and converting that, or at least converting some of that money into their anti-cheat to prevent hackers from ruining the game and actually ruining a great idea they so far seem to have developed. But that's just me myself. Some people might find it ethical for the company to take people's money and run, but I feel like most people wouldn't because it's kind of messed up. But like I was saying, the plot twist really is that the developers seem to actually care about the game, which I will show you now in the YouTube video over here. Which here is their major plans for the year 3, which the first thing they say is maturity of the game, which is pretty incredible that they care about that. Then they're going to cover level design, their esports, which is another way of them making money now, and it's a really big thing for the future. The tech they're putting into it, and they're reworking of maps. I would probably skip through this video, but based on time restraints, I really don't have the ability to do that. But if you guys feel like you want to get more info on how the company actually seems to be going the right way and not being totally money hungry bastards, I'll put the link to this video in the bottom so you guys can get more information if you want. So yeah, that's my report for, I forgot the name of this class, Global Tech Arena. Hope you guys enjoy it.